Good afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Mark and I'm going to take you for a walk around our 2009 LX Holden Captiva diesel 7-seater wagon today. And we'll commence at the front of the car and you see lovely chrome garnish running through the grille. We've got our driving lights standard down in the middle section of the bumper bar there. The bonnet and paintwork around the front of the car is pretty much unmarked, in really tidy order, finished in jet black. Really good to see the contrasting chrome running around not only our door handles, along the door trims as well, even with the roof rails up on the top there. We have factory 18-inch alloy wheels, and you will notice the tyres are relatively brand new. Another thing to note, indicators are in the exterior mirrors as well. The Juco down the right hand side of the car in very good order. Couple little dirt spots there, the bird's left its autograph there, but overall in really good condition. So you know, the way it presents for 2009 is actually really impressive. As we move around to the tailgate of the Captiva, you notice we've got the chrome trim running through the tailgate there, obviously diesel as we mentioned earlier, which we'll touch on a bit further, and also the chrome scuff plate just on the top of the bumper bar, just to protect it when you're putting luggage in and out of the car. Also notice, even though they are colour coded into the bar, that we do have reverse sensors as standard and chrome finished twin exhaust pipes as well. So basically tailgate presents like the driver's side of the car, it is unmarked. Another thing just to take note of, little reverse camera there. Once again, we will touch on that in a little bit more detail later on in the video. As we come down the passenger side of the car now, couple of little minor leftover bits of polish from the detailers, naughty boys, a little bit lazy there. But once again, Juco finished in really good order. The alloy wheels, you'll notice on the left hand side of the car, we'd expect probably to see a few scuff marks on these, but relatively unscathed since new. If I want to be particular, just a very minor mark there, until we just rub it a little bit harder with our hands, and once again, just haven't quite finished the detail off as well as we would expect. Overall though, Juco, the presentation of this motor car for something approaching 5 years old, one owner car as well, which we'll touch on as well, presents really well. We'll have a quick chat about the drive line of the Captiva now. Just to the left of the line, just a little release button you pop up there. Nice lightweight bonnet, gas struts take it up out of our way. 2-litre intercooled turbo diesel motor, delivers great fuel economy, 8.6 litres combined per 100 k's. So you're going to get in excess of 750 kilometres to a tank of diesel, so super economy. At the same time, 110 kilowatts of power, and also it performs extremely well on the open road. Around town and country miles, it's just going to deliver super economy. Moving around to the tailgate of the Captiva now, as we mentioned earlier, diesel. A few things to notice before we open the tailgate: the reverse sensors, as we mentioned, reverse camera, which we'll run through shortly when we get to the interior. You can release the glass window on its own in the Captiva. Number one, you can release it by just a press of the remote there, as I've done as such. Just little gas struts to take the window out of the way. Just another option to access the inside of the rear of the car. But if you've just done the shopping and you want much easier access, just a matter of releasing by the handle in the middle of the tailgate, and then even stronger struts take it right up out of your way. At the moment we have the car set up in the 5-seat position. In the event you've got to pile all the kids in and a couple of extra ones after junior footy or something, just simple matter of lifting those 2 seats up into position. My 12-year-old could do that. They're that simple to lift up and lock into position. Just clip our headrest up into place and away we go. You'll notice plenty of depth in the 3rd row seat in the Captiva, so it's one of the only true 7-seaters where you can actually fit even a teenager of good size or a really little adult in the back, and they're nice and comfortable. If we want to revert back to the way we had the car, once again the operation to drop the seats back down, very simple again. We'll notice when I pull on the release handle, our headrest automatically releases, therefore allowing that to just drop perfectly into place, completely flat. So just a really easy storage area to use. We just have also just another small little storage section in here all our tools from factory. You'll notice just there in the bag, it's never been used since new, which is just a cargo net, just in case we're storing material in the back, and we just have some little hooks on the edges here that we just attach the actual net to. Just stops your cargo in the back from sliding and moving around. Just another really good safety feature in the Captiva. Now we move to the interior of the Captiva, and a lot of things to go through, a lot of extras in this car. We'll kick off with the driver's armrest, and have all our controls for our power windows, also a manual lock and unlock button for the doors. Or you also have another manual release for that tailgate window that we did show you earlier, so you can release it either from inside the car or from the actual key itself. And just up ahead of us, below the air conditioning vent on the driver's side, we just have a dimmer switch for our lights on the dashboard at night time, and then our controls for our power mirrors just to the left of that. You will notice in the Captiva our steering wheel is tilt and reach adjustable, so we can set ourselves up to where we're nice and comfortable. Also, it does have light sensitive headlights, so they will turn themselves on at night time as dusk approaches. On our left, obviously, our wipers as normal. Cruise control controls on the right hand side of our steering wheel, and then all our audio controls on the left hand side. No need to look at the screen when we're actually in motion, it's all there at your fingertips. Leather wrapped steering wheel, as is the entire interior, which we'll touch on shortly. Coming through the center section of the console now, start at the top, we have a little storage container there, maybe pop all your spare change in, and then you will see that this car is fitted with factory satellite navigation. So at present we have our map up on screen, a really simple sat-nav unit to operate as well. Obviously all our controls at our fingertips along the bottom here, and touch screen as well. Also, as we touched on earlier, we do have reverse camera standard. So if I flick it into reverse, you notice the picture that you get when we've got it in reverse is really clear and precise, just to allow us the protection when reversing. That coupled with reverse sensors makes it really safe in the instance, you know, you've got little kids at home and you're backing out of the garage and things like that. Pop it back into park now. A few other buttons as we go lower now. Digital clock standard. You do have downhill control for descent control. This indicates if everybody's not buckled in, if your passenger hasn't got their seatbelt on and you do start motion, it will actually alarm them. Below that we have a 6-stack in-dash CD player with MP3 compatibility, and even further below that climate control air conditioning as well. You will notice we've got all our buttons at our fingertips there, 12 volt outlet, and also auxiliary outlet there as well. Plug your iPhone in and keep it charging while you're driving. With our transmission, we can drive this car as a normal automatic, or we can just flick across and drive it in sports shift. Basically just meaning we're manually changing through the gears by the stick, but obviously no clutch. As you can see, there's also a manual control for the transmission for winter, so there's a fair chance that when it comes time for winter we're going to be using that. Just past that below, a couple of cup holders there, and then a lot of storage in the console here at the back, another small storage area, and then quite a large one in there, just keep all your goodies tucked away. As I mentioned, leather lid on the console there, full leather interior, so that's leather seats all the way through the car. That's front, second and third row seats are all leather. Leather on the door trims as well, and you'll notice this beautiful marble grey and black finish just running around the car, just to, you know, show the extra quality as well. We move on to safety next, and really important to factor in the amount of airbags in this car. We've got front, side and curtain airbags, so from an occupant's point of view, when you pile all the kids in, you know they're sitting in an occupant's cell that's extremely safe. So a lot to like about the interior of the Captiva. Really well looked after. Important to note, this car's done under 80,000 kilometres. Was a privately owned motor car and was traded here on a brand new car, so we do know the history of the car very well. Female owner, one owner, and perfectly serviced its whole life. Nearly all the servicing been done around where they live, Patterson Cheney and Tyre Power in Mitcham. And as I mentioned, every service has been done, even to the extent where we've done the current service as well. So, you know, so far in its life, perfectly maintained motor car. So just in summary, a few important things to note about the Captiva. 2009 LX 7-seater, factory satellite navigation, reverse camera standard, reverse sensors standard, has all the airbags, front side curtain airbags, 8.6 litres per 100 k's, so in excess of 750 kilometres to a tank of fuel, factory alloys, just about brand new tyres, so a lot to like about this car. Appreciate you taking the time to have a look at the video. If you've got any further questions, feel free to give us a call, 9907 0555, and hopefully you'll take the opportunity to own a cracker motor car.